Hello everybody, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we're talking about the Emperor's Champion. Now, with this model, I like it, but looking at it and then looking at the old one, I realised something. There is one problem I have with it, and that is, to me, it looks rather lackluster. I know that might sound daft, but it's called the Emperor's Champion, right? And it's just kind of plain to look at. I mean, if he didn't have this admittedly rather cool looking sword, and I do like the backpack's quite nice, but other than that, it just looks... It looks like a normal Black Templar, but just given a really cool sword and quite a nice helmet. I will admit the helmet is pretty dope, especially with the halo above it, that's really cool. But it's lackluster. As in, there's not enough. It doesn't like when I think Emperor's Champion, I think of dramatic character like, aha, look at me, I am the chosen one to wield this sword, and I will smite you, sort of thing. Maybe it could do with Helbrecht's bloody pose where he's stabbing into an alien. And I do know about the special Emperor's Champion model where he's attacking an orc. And I think that would fit more than this one because this one is kind of plain. In my humble opinion, though, I could be wrong and lots of people could like it. And maybe that's why lots of people like it, because it is plain. But to me, it feels like it needs more than just a tactical rock. It feels like it's missing something. Maybe put more candles on it. Maybe go full on House Cawdor and just cover the bastard in candles. Maybe that would work. But it feels like it's missing something. It feels like it's missing character. And it's a shame because I do like the Emperor's Champion model, but you could easily... I just think it lacks character. But then again, I could be completely wrong, and maybe that's the point. Maybe it's not supposed to be like this pompous, aha, look at me. It's supposed to be like a really well-trained Templar to, just go forward and kill without being all fancy about it. But even then, it's just missing something. Anyway, I think we need to look at the rules, because the rules are sometimes what makes the model. I mean, it could look rather plain, but the rules could be really cool and insane. So let's just get into it, shall we? I do like the backpack, though. Sorry, I don't like being negative. So I'm going to say I like the backpack, because I do. I like the little ribbons. Or purity seals, or are they just ribbons? I don't know. I don't know enough. I do find it funny that he's got a bolt pistol. There's something really funny about him just having a bolt pistol. It's like, yes, if I can't melee you, then surely shooting you with a bolt pistol will work. Oh dear. I kind of wish you could change the bolt pistol to a plasma, or no, you know what would be better if he had a hand flamer. That would be really cool. Imagine it, right? You have this guy, give him a hand flamer, give him this sword. That would be a really cool Emperor's Champion. He's running in. You have, like, the fire effects. That would look really cool. Oh, I think I know how you could fix this model to make it more iconic. But you would need to you would need to know what fire to put with it. And, yeah... I know some arsehole would go, it's not actually allowed because it needs to be the same as the rules. But just on looks, having like a hand flamer like Emperor's Champion would be really cool. Or give them an Inferno pistol. That would be cool. Oh, that'd be so cool, but I know people would get annoyed with it. And I'm really bad at painting, so that won't ever happen. But I do like this model. It is rather nice. Anyway, I did say we should look at the rules, and yeah, let's go for it, because his rules might be absolutely insane. It's been a while since I had a look at them. So, these are the rules for the Emperor's Champion. He is only 90 points. That is really cheap. Okay, he is only 90 points. So let's just get into it. That is cheap for a HQ. Right, so movement 6, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 3, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 5, attacks 5. He is a HQ. Yeah, definitely a HQ. Leadership 9, save over 2. That ain't bad, but it reminds me of the Master of Execution. I do like the Master of Execution, and he's only 65 points. Anyway, let's carry on. So, the Black Sword, obviously, let's go through his main gun. His only gun being the bolt pistol. It's a bolt pistol, strength 4, no AP, damage 1. It's a bolt pistol, what do you want me to say? But the Black Sword, sweeping blow, so strength plus 3, so strength 7. AP minus 3, damage 2. That honestly ain't too bad. Strength 7. Or you could have Thrusting Strike, which is strength 8, AP minus 4, damage 3. But you subtract 1 from your attack's hit roll. And if you charge in, then you get 6 attacks. And honestly, this is alright. I just don't like the minus 1 to hit. But then again, that's a preference, and you could argue, well, it's now balanced. But Helbrecht's sword doesn't have the minus 1 to hit. And I don't understand why his sword is a minus 1 to hit, but I like Sweeping Blow, that's quite solid. Thrusting Strike is also quite good. And yeah, I like both of them, it's just the minus 1 that's really odd. But then again, that's just me. There's could be like a balance reason, but if I think that because the Sword of High Marshals doesn't have a minus 1, then neither should the Emperor's Champion, because the Emperor's Champion is basically a really good swordsman, so it would seem a bit weird that he would have that minus 1. Anyway, frag grenades, crack grenades, that's quite nice. Let's see what he's got. Armor of Faith, 4 up invulnerable. Skillful parry, each time a melee attack is made against this model, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Sigismund's not Sigmund. Sigmund Freud's oh god. Sigmund Freud would have a field day with Black Templars, wouldn't he? And then he would probably go, "Oh, you're in the anal stage." Yeah, Sigmund Freud was a bit of a creepy bastard, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm sort of glad that we don't really learn about him anymore. Instead, it's all Carl Rogers, and Carl Rogers is cool, but Sigmund Freud is a knob. And you can't change my mind because he is a massive dickhead who's really creepy around children. And I hate the fact that in some courses we still have to learn about him, but now it's like Carl Rogers as well. Anyway, sorry. A little bit of uni knowledge there for you. See, I am smart, said no one ever. Each time this this model makes a melee... sorry, I can't read because of all the pop-ups. Each time this model makes a melee attack against an enemy character unit, you can re-roll the hit roll and you can re-roll the wound roll. So this reminds me of a Master of Execution. It really does. Marshall, Holy War Gear, you can't give him any relics, Crusade relics, or weapon enhancements. But you can give him a Warlord trait if you want. Marshall's Superiority, you get to fight first, very nice. And Honor or Death. You can perform heroic interventions as if it was 6 horizontally and 5 vertically. So yeah, that's cool. What do I think about these rules? They're cool. I like them. I really do like them. I do wish though that he was more of an elite. If he was an elite, then yeah, or just include him, because it seems like he would fit more with elites. However, it ain't a bad model, and he is quite cheap. However, with other HQ choices, there are better options, like Helbrecht, Grimaldus. I need to know what Grimaldus does. I know it's a lot different than what he used to do in 8th edition. But you can take chaplains. There's other options for you. And I do think this model is alright. It's alright. It is a bit lackluster, but it's alright. I might I might get murdered for that opinion. Uh, there's it's controversial on the Idiotic Synergy channel. Why is that? He thinks the Emperor's Champion is a bit lackluster. Oh no! Obviously, he's a solid unit. No one's denying that. But as a HQ choice, he would fit more with an elite. With elites, or I kind of wish you can take him, but he doesn't take up a battlefield role slot. I think that would be better. If he didn't take up a battlefield role slot, I would say, yeah, go for it. Because this model is... The model is rather plain, but that's the point. The rules for the model aren't bad, but there's... Yeah, compared with other things you can bring, like a chaplain or a captain or a lieutenant or a tech marine, it's a bit odd, is all I'm saying. It's a bit odd, it's a bit lackluster. But yeah, 5 wounds as well. He just... if I... a Vindicator Assassin can easily one-shot him. Which is a bit worrying. But yeah, 4 up invulnerable, save ain't bad, and -1 to hit him in melee, so... Yeah, I guess he's alright. He's alright, I just find him a bit lackluster. I hope when 10th edition rolls round, they change his rules so that he can be included without taking up a battlefield slot, because I would bring him then. And also, because he's so plain, he does make it quite easy. I mean, the model is quite easy to kit bash because it is so plain. So if you want to add like banners and candles and what have you, then you can easily do that. But I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my arse. Let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, the Emperor's Champion, a bit lackluster in my humble opinion. But then again, I could be wrong, so who knows? I've been Idiotic Synergy, and I'll see you later. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.